Hey family, it's time for coffee and conversation with Angela. Hope you had a fantastic week last week. Let's get after it. All right, everybody, today's topic of conversation. Today I want you to think about the different things of your life, and I want you to ask yourself, are you living outside of your, and I do mean your box? So jumping right in. So just consider myself to have welcomed you. Welcome. If it's your first time hearing all that good jazz, welcome. I hope that you enjoy something and find something that will help you live a happier, healthier life, all that good jazz. But we're going to get right to the meat of the matter today. But I want you to think about it and ask yourself, because here's what I want, because I really want to get this out to you. I want to deal in the deep part of it. Everybody has their individual box. Now you have the box of life, thinking outside of the box, because we hear that terminology all the time. You can Google thinking outside of the box. You're going to get a bunch of stuff. That's a common term. You know, when you're at work, let's think outside of the box. You know, you're going to hear that in meetings. You're going to hear that when you're being creative. We want to think this person is an out of the box thinker. But I want you to come to your personal box. I want you to think about, what is your personal box? What are your personal ideas? And do you need to think outside of them? Now let me tell you an indicator that lets you know you need to think outside of your personal box. If the current box you're thinking in doesn't work for you, if that current box isn't helping your life, then you need to come outside of the way you think about different things in your life. How can you function differently? What is my box, and do I need to think outside of it? Another way that you can know that you're limited in how you see things is if you expect something to happen in a particular way. Or if you think it has to be a certain sequence of events. Or if you think it has to, if you have this idea and you'll know because something happened that doesn't work according to the sequence of events, and then you're upset by it. You feel like, well, wait a minute. That didn't happen according to it should have. You have a box in your head that nobody else is subscribing to but you. You have some idea that you're thinking, this is the way marriage is supposed to work. This is supposed to be the way relationships work. This is the way you're supposed to buy a house. This is the way you're supposed to be promoted. This is the way you're supposed to lose weight. This is the way you're supposed to raise your children. Look, the box is in your mind. You the only one in that box. Get on out of it. Can I tell you a secret? The box is open. It's an open box. Baby, get out of it. Get out of your own way. Some of us, we're in our own way because we have an idea of the way things are supposed to work. Now, let me jump in the story because I got one. I'm a believer in work first, play later. You can ask my kids, what's the rule? Work first, play later. You can't go outside and play until the work is done. We can't go to the movies. Is your work done? Is your room clean? Is your homework done? Did you study? Did you do everything that you were supposed to do? If you've done those things, hey, we can play. If not, get busy. And I live by that. I raised my children by that. I was raised by that. There is no fun until the work is done. Honey, I done made a little ditty out of it for them. But every Sunday, there's a family get together. And we miss it every Sunday. And we miss it because we can't go have fun with family until the work is done. And we always miss it. So here we were yesterday morning. We were once again it was 10 a.m. and I knew we were going to fail. It was 10 a.m. and I said, once again, we're going to miss the family get together, because I can tell you now, we're not going to make that. It's not possible. We're not going to make it. And as I sat there and thought about it, it occurred to me, why can't you do the thing first? Why can't you go early and have a hard stop and stack everything that has to be done after that? And then I was like, but if we don't get everything done, I said, hey, well, if you do it the way you've been doing it, you're going to fail. So how about we try something different? And y'all, I declare it worked. Y'all, it worked. We got everything done. Life threw us not one but two curveballs. Y'all, my dryer went out. I said now, we just talked about when it rained and pours. But the dryer went out, but that's okay. We had two curveballs of life, y'all. We knocked the balls out the park and still hit every single goal that needed to be hit on our to-do list. The kids even went to bed early. Y'all, we did a high five energy. Point being, think outside of the box. It happened because I said, what if? So the first thing was, know what your boxes are. What box are you operating in that's not serving you? What idea do you have in your head? It's an open box, y'all. Climb out of it. Number 2, I want you to question your box. I want you to challenge your box. Challenge your process. Challenge your idea about how things have to work. How do I challenge it, Angela? The way you challenge it is by asking yourself, why? Why do I do this the way that I do this? Why do I think that this has to be this way, or this has to happen that way, or this has to be first? Why do you think that? Why is that so? Who made this rule? Why is that relevant to me? Why do I have to raise my children this way? Why do I have to raise my children that way? Who said my children has to play 2 musical instruments, have a sport, have their own business? I mean, can't they just be a kid and be all right? Like, who said that? Who said they have to be all of this and all of that? Who said that? Why? Why? Ask yourself, what if? What if I did this? What if I did that? What if I approached it this way? What if I did nothing? Then what? Doing nothing is still doing something. So what if I do nothing? What if I approach this problem from this way? What if I approach this problem from that way? Because I know what I've been doing isn't working. What if? I want you to ask yourself, what if? I want you to ask yourself, what can we do different? That's kind of a how/what thing. What can we do different? What can I execute different? What can I look at this differently? How will it make me happier if I stop believing this over here? How will this improve my life if I stop thinking that I have to do this? Will I be happier if I give myself the space and permission to try something new? Give yourself, point 3, the space. Give yourself the privilege of trying something new. It doesn't always have to be what you've always done. Give yourself the space to start a new business. Give yourself the space to start a new venture. Give yourself the space to start anew. Give yourself space. Stop being so rigid with how you have to execute in your thinking. Give yourself space to be. I want you to ask yourself, those questions this week. Now let me make sure I hit everything. Okay, one last thing, because I had to look at my notes. I knew I had one more thing that didn't come to me. I also want you to look at things from a different level. Sometimes when we see things, we are looking at things from where we are. We look at it right, we're looking at it at a granular level, right up on it. But sometimes it helps us if we go way off, go high up, think in the future. As a parent, I try to stop and think about, where do I want my kids to be in 10 years? And so I'll make a decision today that will help me. And I might, the way I execute today as a parent, I might say, well, when they're 16, I don't want to do this. So I need to teach this now, or expect this now, or require this now, so that when they're 16 or 18 or 25, this is the way they perform. Sometimes you got to go out in the distance, and change behavior today. If you don't want to weigh 400 pounds tomorrow, you might need to eat a grilled piece of chicken today. Drive on past Popeyes. Go ahead on past Popeyes. Go on past KFC. You need to get that salad. That salad over at Jason's shall be thine portion. Think about where you want to be tomorrow, and let that guide the decisions that you make today. Think about, pull up off of it. Stop looking at it from right here. Look at it from a larger level. Look at it from a high level. Where do I want to be in my marriage tomorrow? Where do I want to be in my business tomorrow? Where do I want to be if it's successful, if it's wildly successful? What will that look like? And how do I need to perform today? What decisions do I need to make today that will absolutely lead to my happiness tomorrow? And last, hot off the Holy Ghost press, don't be afraid to move away from things and into things that don't make sense to other people. Because folks got boxes, y'all, and they will try to shove you into their limitations and their boxes. Don't be afraid to say, you know what? I tried it this way and it didn't make me happy. And while according to society, this should make me happy, it does not. And I'm going to go this way. And it might not look like it makes sense to everybody else, but the only person who it has to really make sense to is God and your inner being. As long as your inner conscious, now, don't be crazy, because some folks is crazy for real. Some of y'all out here just, I'm just saying. But the only person that it really has to, you need to say to yourself sometime, my name is Angela Calloway and I approve of this message. I approve of this decision. I approve of this path. And it is okay to say that. So I want you to look at your life this week. Look at the different circumstances of your life. Make decisions that are outside of your norm. Challenge them. Figure out different ways to do it. And live a happier, healthier life. Know that I am praying for you. I'm praying for me. I'm praying for all of us. And I hope that you have a fantastic week. Take the day. And I'll see you next Monday on Coffee and Conversation with Angela.